YouTube. This is the one right here. This is the one. What we talking about today, Q?
We are talking about the Stripper Bowl. This year was in Miami. Quality Control hosted it. I guess now this was the second annual Stripper
So
Bowl.
wait a minute. So all you down south city girls from down south and East Coast drove to Miami thinking y'all was gonna become millionaires overnight. Oh, you could never. Oh, you could never. All right. So what exactly is the Stripper Bowl? Quality Control. Who is they? Who are they?
So Quality Control is the
Migos label.
Yeah, they're probably the most popping label right now. They got Lil Baby, they got City Girls, Cardi B, Migos.
Oh, Cardi B not on there, but she affiliated.
She affiliated. You're right. She is. But basically
hosted by, and the CEO is P and Coach K.
Right.
Coach K from Gucci Mane back in the day with Gucci Mane and Young Jeezy. But anyway, right. P. So this is the second annual. You know what I mean? They want to do it every year, but this is the second annual. And last year, people didn't get paid neither.
Really?
But what?
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I didn't know that about
Are we providing them with? Oh, yeah. So last year, it was in Atlanta, right?
Right.
It was out here, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, they didn't get paid last year neither. But this year, they came back. And this time it was in Miami. It was a place called The Dome, which looks like an airport if you see it like on video. It looks like an airport. But anyway, now these people are getting over. Now, I honestly, a lot of people are mad at P, which is the CEO. And I don't really think he's to blame in these situations.
Wait, before we get there, let's talk about the amount of money we're talking about here now. Last year, if I remember, it was like $500,000, $250,000, something like that. So they did a whole production, this whole video about how it rained. All these girls were there getting all this money, seeing how much money they made, making videos. It became a whole big spectacle. I remember Boosie doing a video about how amazed he was. They made a whole spectacle of it last year. So this year, the promo video had Brinks trucks involved. You could see the millions being stacked up. It was like this whole fiasco. So essentially, you're selling a dream to strippers all around the world. People are coming from high, low, north, east, west, everywhere to come participate in this because they want a piece of the pie. So you lure all these women here to this big open club. And I think I'm not blaming
way too many women,
but I think that it was maybe miscommunicated or misled.
Now, listen, from what I understand, it was 352 strippers.
Right.
And they charged them $350 tipping. Tipping is what a stripper has to pay to work that night. You have to pay when you enter the club.
Right.
Now, if you calculate that up, that's over $100,000 to the club. Before that's just $100,000 starting out. See what I'm saying? They made over $100,000 in the beginning. That's before they charge for the door, before they charge for liquor, hookah, all that extra stuff. That's over $100,000 you charging the strippers. You got 352 strippers, 350 a pop. They gotta pay, right? So now the strippers is in there. From what I understand, they had to be in there since early morning, so they was in there for a good 16 hours or something when it was all said and done. So they had to be there extremely early. So now the party start and the money is flowing, but the problem is you can't touch the money. The girls can't touch the money, So they're throwing money, but why? If you're a stripper, why would you work hard? Like, what's the point of working hard?
According to the videos, they weren't working hard.
Yeah, some of them would sleep. Some were
asleep. Some were, tired. It honestly was kind of looking like the Popeyes when Popeyes released the chicken sandwich and the workers were all overworked. Like that's what they look like. Like they look like they were overworked and underpaid, and that's what we come to find out. But do you think that the strippers knew in advance that this is how it's going to be?
Well, I mean, if they paid attention to last year, they should have known that it was a good possibility. So, but at the end of the day, the strippers that was stripping, that was sleeping, y'all dumb as hell. Because at the least, you should have been networking. At the least. You know what I'm saying? You should have been taking pictures with other strippers that's popular on the gram so you can share each other
Celebrities.
followers, getting, take pictures with celebrities, all that type of stuff. You should have been trying to work the room.
Right.
You know what I mean?
If nothing
But
else,
they
build your
couldn't.
IG up.
Exactly. They couldn't take any money off the floor. And it was a lot of money on the floor. I'm not gonna hold you. It was definitely a lot of money on the floor. P and them
But it was
definitely threw a
costume
lot.
money.
Diddy was in the building. What?
Yeah, so that's yeah. So I mean,
Get the fuck out
like
of
it's
here.
like
No, it's not.
return money. Like they pay, they pay the strippers out of it. He gets some money back, but in addition to not even just his money, like you said, in Cardi's video, she named how much money was being thrown too. Like name people that were throwing money.
Okay. When you said costume money, I thought you meant
I didn't mean
fake money.
No, I didn't mean fake.
Okay. I'm about to say, get the fuck out of here.
I didn't know what the correct term was, but yes, no.
Oh.
But even still, with that being said, all the amount of celebrities in there, the amount of normal niggas who want to look like they're popping too, throwing money, this and this. It was. I don't think that as a real working girl that you would agree to being paid only a couple of $100 or a couple of whatever.
No. Like the club, I don't think it's P. I honestly
No. I agree with that.
I think it's the club because it was girls in there that was trying to steal, and that club was not playing. We're gonna show you the video of this one ugly girl that got caught stealing, and they end up
in hell she thought she was supposed to have that much money. There ain't no way. I seen her body and her face. I mean, wig off, wig aside, bitch, she was not supposed to get paid that much.
I saw the strippers talking shit about people that were stealing off the floor, but why are you mad at them for doing what you should have been doing? All right, you should have been taking money off the fucking floor.
Like,
you should have had your homegirl.
You tell me that I'm not supposed to pick it up. You tell me who's supposed to pick it up. I'm supposed to trust that this nigga's gonna pick up my money.
Now, let me tell y'all a quick story. I don't want to bore y'all real quick. Let me tell y'all a quick story. When I first moved out here to Atlanta, I was in Gwinnett or whatever, and I was a young boy fresh out the hood. So my old heads was like, yo, they're going to take me to a strip club. So we went to a strip club and shit out here in Atlanta. Now, when we was walking to the strip club, I saw a row of like Lamborghinis, Benzes, all type. Benzes was like the lower end. Like it was all those expensive type cars. And me, I was at that time, AI was popping. So I'm like, what, Allen Iverson here or some shit? But then I'm like, it don't make sense because if a rapper or a baller is there, they not rolling with that many cars. These niggas took up the whole goddamn street. So we get in, my boys knew that my old heads knew the damn owners or whatever. So we get into the damn club and shit. And I literally never seen so much money being thrown in my life. It was a monsoon of dollar bills being thrown. And me being the type of nigga that I am, I'm fresh out the hood. I'm a young boy. You know what I mean? I'm fresh out the hood. You know what I'm saying? My goal was, I remember thinking, I'm just going to pick this money up. And that's what I proceeded to do. You see what I'm saying? Because there was so much money on the floor. I brought $100 to throw at the strippers, but I'm like, this much money being thrown, y'all don't need my $100. I'm keeping my shit. So me being young, fresh out the hood, I just remember thinking that if I could get just $75, I could get me a pair of Air Force Ones tomorrow. See what I'm saying? If I get 140, I could get a pair of Constructs. 250, I got options. I mean, I could do Constructs and the Air Forces or whatever the case may be. But anyway, turns out that was BMF that was in the club that night.
I knew you were going to say it was Meech.
And no, I didn't see Meech. I don't know if he was there before or he came later. I personally didn't see Meech. But at the time, Meech, you got to remember, this is before Jeezy put them on the map like that. You see what I'm saying? Niggas, there's a lot of people that knew, but not everyone knew. It's not like it was after Jeezy blew up. See what I'm saying? So that was them niggas. I just saw the t-shirts. I didn't know what the hell it was. You know what I'm saying? So that was them niggas. And I remember back in the day, my old heads telling me not to pick up the money, but I'm like, nigga, fuck that shit. Because back in those days, if you picked up the money and BMF saw you pick up the money, they'll fuck you up. They'll whoop your ass. And no one could help you because they was whooping security ass too. Like, no one could help you. So you would have just, the whole crew would have got their ass whooped. You know what I mean? It's too many of them. So I remember back then thinking that, but I still was picking up money.
Pick up money, and I have in the strip club on many occasions watched men pick up either their money that they've thrown or money off of the stripper that might be on her. Like I've seen crazy shit. I've never even had the urge to take anything per se off the floor, but if I'm there and a male gives me like some money to throw, I'm gonna put some in my purse and I'm gonna throw some and I'm gonna put some in my purse and I'm gonna throw some. Like that is the closest I get. But I'm not touching their money. I'm not doing none of that funny shit like that.
Yeah, back in them day, like, but I was young, fresh out the hood, so you know what I mean. I was ignorant. I was young as shit, so I definitely took the money. But would I do it at this age? I am no, because the increments is too low. Like it take you too long to get up to an amount that's worth something to you. Yeah, that's like can't be this old doing no nonsense like that.
The young lady that was at the stripper bowl who had a whole bag full of money. It looks like she actually scooped that up.
Even then, I wouldn't even do it, man. Because unless the only way I would do it is if the increments change. If they throwing fives and tens and 20s, oh yeah, I'm picking all that shit up. Like, but ones that just take you too long to get to a substantial amount of money where you could actually do something at this age bracket. Right. Back then, when I was like 18, 19, $75 a fresh pair of Air Force Ones. I'm going to school the next day clean. You see what I'm saying? So.
Right. Because you didn't get out of high school until you was about 25, I'm sure.
You go fuck yourself. Okay?
So basically, after all of that happened, Cardi B decided to make a video, which I'm sure it was kind of good though, because she's a stripper and she's an ex-stripper. An ex-stripper, as well as being affiliated with Quality Control. You know, so her speaking out, was a good thing.
People throw money when they hear a song that they really like or when the stripper is entertaining. Now, I was throwing money at songs that I know and that I like. If I don't know a song, I'm not throwing money to it. The only way I'm going to throw money if I see the stripper shaking her ass and it's entertaining me. Y'all bitches wasn't entertaining. Y'all ain't made niggas want to throw money. I felt like I was obligated to throw money and everybody felt obligated to throw money. But it felt at one point, it felt like niggas didn't really want to throw money because y'all wasn't entertaining.
I didn't hear anybody really say anything negative to Cardi, but she basically said that stuff like that happens all the time. It's the promoters who are in control. He's just there to throw his money. He don't give a damn about that paperwork in the background. He don't give a damn about this, and this. But she did make a point to say, as a stripper, she knows the ins and outs. So next year they will be more hands-on and they will have a lot less strippers and it will work out better.
One of the problems with what Cardi B said was she was like, y'all bitches wasn't working hard enough. Like, y'all wasn't working. You got to make us want to throw money. But at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck if they was doing backflips and cartwheels and all type of shit. Mm-hmm. They still was going to get robbed at the end of the night.
They sure
because
agreed.
So it don't matter how hard they worked. So that's the one thing about Cardi B. I just, what she was saying, that's the one point that didn't make no sense to me because they was going to get robbed regardless.
They were.
You know what I'm
but there were literal videos of bitches laying down, bitches really sleep, curled up in the balls in the sections.
Because it don't, like, why would I have to work hard if we're splitting the money anyway?
Right.
See what I'm saying? So
that's
I don't even blame some of them females. Like,
that's some real shit.
Yeah, like you gotta. What they need to do next year is to organize it better, take control over it. Even though I know P just want to have fun.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It's not something.
But you can hire somebody for that. You don't need somebody from your team. Hire an event planner and handle that shit.
I need y'all to DM P and tell him Uncle Marco need to organize it next year. You know what I'm saying? I will organize that shit right because next year is going to be in Tampa, Florida. Right. That's somewhere black people don't mind going to. You know what I'm saying? So I'm pretty sure it's going to be a third one. Third annual Super Bowl. You know what I mean? So next year it's going to go ahead and tag them and tell them, let me organize it next year. I'll make sure that shit right. No, don't get me wrong. I ain't going to hold you. It's still going to be some spillage at the end of the night. You still going to be short 20, 30 racks. But the girls are still going to have their money. They still going to leave out there with $5,000, $7,000.
$7,000?
You know what I'm saying? Well, it should, 10,000. You know what I mean? Like,
no. At an event like that with 20 strippers or 10 to 15, 20, 30 good strippers in there, less than 50.
They're going to have more strippers.
No, less than 50 strippers.
This is not like BMF days. BMF days, them girls was leaving out there with 15,000, 10,000, 15, 20,000. Like they was leaving out there with that
out of Magic City with a lot of money these days still. That's not
it's not like back in the day. It's 7, not like back in the day.
8,000 for an event like that? No, thank you. Like a girl like for an event like this, a girl should be leaving out of there with like 15 grand, 20 grand. There's not a problem.
it depends how many strippers are working. They
That's
need
what
to
I'm saying.
consolidate.
So next year they're stating they're having less. Yeah, next year they said less than 50. Yeah. That's a reasonable number.
I think 100 is a reasonable number. 100, because you don't want to give them too much. Because these girls fuck around, get too much money. Next thing you know, they not coming to work the next day. You can't give them too much.
Well, 9 times out of 10, the girls that they're pulling in there probably don't work from there. You know what I mean? Aren't going to be Tampa girls that are working next year. Maybe 1 or 2, but they're pulling bitches from everywhere else. Just like this year.
All I know is that weekend was, that Super Bowl weekend was the weekend for everyone in Atlanta, all the niggas in Atlanta, to find themselves a good woman, because them hoes was gone. So usually you got about a 1 out of 50 chance of finding a good woman in Atlanta.
Yes,
that weekend,
we stayed.
That weekend, your chances went up to about a good 3 out of 50. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't crazy. So at the end of the day, I hope y'all took advantage at the end of the day, and hopefully next year is way better, man. They do a better job. But this was a crazy story, and we put all the videos and pictures up in here so y'all could see it at the end of the day. They only end up leaving out with about 1,000, 1,100.
I've been up for 14 hours straight. We've been in there slaving, count money all night for us to get $11,750. Cause I'm not counting the tip out. We got $750. Bitch, my rent way more than $750.
Fucking QC stripper bowl was ass, okay? Straight asshole. It was nothing like last year. They let any and everything work this motherfucking year. They taxed us to work, only with us to leave with a fucking band. And to all you puss ass niggas and puss ass hoes that was stealing, your mother's a whore. Period. And that's on big period. And to clear the motherfucking air, nobody expected them to throw $1 million, bitch. That's wishful fucking thinking. Okay?
Y'all don't laugh at me, dog. Bitch, it was too much money in there. Bitch, y'all don't laugh at me. Bitch, y'all don't laugh at me, dog. Boy, I had to do what the fuck I had to do. Boy, y'all don't laugh at me, dog. Bitch, it was too much money in there. Oh, my God. Bitch.
1,100?
Hours for that. Watch the clip for that. Watch for the clip for that. But they waited hours just sitting around after working, being on your feet. Working, like you said, they had to come early. They basically probably went literally 24 hours of just waiting for that money.
And they got about $1,100. They had to pay a tip in about $350. I heard some girls had to pay a tip in of $600 because they was knocking them over the head. So some girls ain't really make nothing. But I want to shout out all the girls. A lot of girls was mad. You know what I mean? Those are the girls that don't hustle right. They put all their eggs in one basket. They only went down there for this one event. Shout out to the girls that was out there and really put it in work, went to other events too, was stripping at other places and really made their money. Shout out to the girls that really took it a step further and really know how to hustle out in these streets, where they had a nigga, they was staying at a nigga crib. They had the nigga pay for them to fly out. They had the nigga pay for them to fly back home. They had the nigga paying for them to eat. Shout out to the girls that really did it the right way. You other hoes that ganged up and y'all came out of pocket for everything. Like
hotel room.
Oh, hell no. Y'all hoes need to learn how to hustle right. Y'all need to be y'all need a nigga that y'all fuck with in every major city in America. Atlanta, New York, Miami, Vegas, LA. Y'all need that type, Texas. You know what I mean? Y'all need that type of situation. Y'all need to learn how to hustle out here in these streets. Y'all sitting there hustling backwards. Y'all shouldn't be paying for hotel fees. Like, what's wrong with y'all? But anyway, man, it's your boy Marco.
And your girl Q.
Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll get back to you on the next one.
Peace.
Right. Look, he say he needed him a free code. He know I ain't scared of deep dope. Deep stroke had me hitting all them C notes. I never nutted in my life, he got the cheat codes. And I love it when he eats slow, so I kiss him until his meat grow. Love me like he from the West, but he fuck me like he from East Coast. And he always give me head first, cause when I do it, I'm doing it till my neck hurts. Swallow nuts till my chest burns. Hey, then I fall asleep in a sweatshirt. I get the best sleep when he put in the best work. Hit it from the back, got me reaching for the best skirts. Told me stop running, but taking dick make my hair hurt. But when I take it, I take all of the dick, and then I make him pull it out so I can swallow his kids. And I ain't never tapping out, ain't never calling it quits. Love it when he come and fall in my ribs. That ain't my nigga, but it is. Motherfucker, I be calling my dibs, and I ain't quitting till he calling me his. Bitch, I'm out of breath.